Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the New Guy walkthrough for Dark Souls 3. So, right now, I did a little bit of, I was going to be off camera, but I ended up doing more than I thought I would, so I figured I'd put it on camera and just put a voiceover on it. Right now I'm just working on my fashion souls a little bit, and I'm going to go up to Pickle P, the crow, to get the lucatiel's mask and a few other things. So yeah, this is going to be a short episode because Steam is offline, and they've been offline pretty much all day. Pretty weird. I don't know if it's my computer or whatever. I can connect to all sorts of other things just fine, but Steam seems to be problematic, along with Nexus mods for some reason. So yeah, we were gonna go through the Crucifixion Woods, that whole area, and show you how all that works. But without the Watchdogs of Farron, like, not constantly pestering you, but without the online component, I feel like it would really be robbing you of necessary information, because you're going to have to deal with that a lot in that place, especially if you're at, somewhere between level 25 and 30, and you have like a +2 weapon, you're, or higher. If you have a +2 weapon or higher, you're going to be constantly invaded. I know when I'm doing my Watchdog builds at level 29, I have like a level 1, like a +1 weapon that's raw, and it's like auto invasion. I have like maybe 5 minutes in between invasions if on a slow day. So basically, as soon as you get in there, you're going to be getting invaded as soon as you stick your little pinky toe in the water. And then you have your other just random red eye orb users. It's a popular PvP spot, so it's not good to not have PvP going on. I mean, you can go in offline mode and make it easier on yourself if you oh man, I was getting my butt beat by these guys. It's a pretty classic example of what not to do. I was trying to just parry him, but it didn't work out well. But in any case, in this episode, I'm just going to go through the road of sacrifices. I'm going to kill that mimic that has the deep battle axe, because I can, and I figured I'd show you guys how to cheese it out with the undead hunter charms, or the Lloyd's talismans, depending on what you want to call them. And I got a pretty good example of what a counter hit looks like during that. You'll notice that when I do my heavy thrust attack on them with this two-handed, I do 180 damage initially, and then once I throw the Lloyd's talisman at them, they're in like a vulnerable like counter state, and the thrust attacks do then 300 damage, which is a pretty significant difference. So pretty much hit them with the hardest thing you got on the first shot. Try it for a second shot again. Get away from them, throw your hunter charm, and then they have to go through this whole animation before they can attack you again. You didn't even get to see the whole thing, but they basically stretch and go down, go to sleep. You'll hit them again, and then they'll close and wake up into their like normal closed chest state. And then you can just hit them a few more times. They'll get up. You'll throw the charm at them again, and it's very easy. So now I'm going to go down, and I'm going to deal with that dark wraith, so you can get the red eye orb. Just because the kind of looking for things to do in this episode. The road of sacrifices is pretty short if you know how to do it. It can be really aggravating if you don't know how to do it. There's definitely a difficulty spike. There's just a lot of enemies in there that are different, and they hit pretty hard. So with this dark wraith, it's really easy. He starts off facing away from you, so like any other, he's facing away from you, sneaky bastard, fight start. Just casually edge walk your way over to him and hit him with a backstab, because why not? And then you can get a fully charged heavy hit on the way up, just about almost always, as long as you time it right. And then you can just kind of back away. So you can parry just about every one of his moves. You'll notice he'll stomp into the weapon art, and I can parry him. And that's the end of that. The dark wraiths are pretty They can be really aggressive enemies. They have the Dark Hand, which has this little shield that has kind of an impossible amount of poise for what it is, but you can guard break it with the weapon art. So now we're going to head to the Road of Sacrifices. It's going to be a short episode today. I'm sure I already talked about it because the Steam seems to be down, and after the Road of Sacrifices you have the Halfway Fortress, and it's like a really rich PvP area. I'd rather go through it while online so that we can talk a little more about some PvP concepts. Maybe you're definitely going to have to deal with the Watchdogs of Farron. It's definitely a thing that most people are going to have to deal with when they go through there, so I don't want to leave you guys unprepared for that. The optimal level for the Watchdogs of Farron to invade is usually around like level 29. At least when I make a Watchdog build, that's what I use. So, yeah, you want to watch out for these Corvians. They can be a little wild. You want to kill them before they sprout their wings. When they sprout their wings, they get really aggressive and just kind of hard to predict what they're going to do. So you can come down here, do a plunging attack on this guy, and do almost enough to kill him. And you get a Shriving Stone. So then these guys drop Shriving Stones as well, and I think they also drop Poison Gems, which may or may not be useful. So we're just going to go through and clear through all of these guys, and that way they're not sneaking up behind us. Maybe we'll get a Corvian Great Knife off of them. It's a decent drop. Good dagger. There's Mourne's Ring over here, and you also have, I think, the first Braille tome that you can find, which is nice. So with these guys, you want to kill the storytellers first because they frenzy everybody. And these guys do bleed build up, the ones with the sides, so you want to be really careful about having your bleed get built up. The toxic or poison, whatever these guys cause, is not usually a very big deal. So yeah, I don't know why Steam's down. It's been down for like hours now. I've been kind of putting off making this. I did a little, not sub episode, but I did a little episode that I'll attach to the beginning of this, and I'll do voiceover to it instead of having the alright, so this is where you can get the butcher knife. It's a really good like early game strength weapon. It sharpens, and you can it's got a little life leech ability. Alright, so shit. Off to a good start. Alrighty, so in any case, it's got a good life drain ability when it sharpens. There's a little extra damage. It's the first decent strength weapon you're gonna find, other than maybe the large club. And the large club's it's not the great club, so it's not the best. But the butcher knife's pretty good, and you know, I was off to a good start with that fight, but not really warmed up yet. So just kind of making dumb mistakes like this, also rolling off of cliffs. But the butcher knife's pretty slow enough where you can reaction parry it, and she's not that creative with mixing things up, so you can usually predict exactly what she's gonna be doing. I wish I could just one-shot these guys. That would make life a little easier. Oh well. Try running attack. I think I got greedy there. Yep, I did. So the key with these guys and with everybody is you don't really want to get greedy with them, because when these guys attack in their little fury frenzy, they can attack a lot, and it can be very punishing. Yeah, so these guys have a flame attack that you pretty much never see, and then they have that attack. I've seen them try to stab me once or twice too, but usually they'll just kind of stand there and take it in the face when you get close. Alright, back over here. Hopefully none of the Corvians see me and want to eat me. grab my souls. Parry the dude. I'm gonna move into the cave so I don't roll off the cliff again like a dummy. And I'm gonna try to get her with a thrust on an interrupt. With counterattacks. Roll attack. Nope. Alright. Right there. Oh, she was blocking, and I guard broke her. I could have went up and riposted her. I thought that was just going to kill her, so I kind of was ignoring, because I forget that people can block with weapons sometimes, because it's generally not good to do. But you get the brigand set, the butcher knife, and the brigand twin daggers, which I've never really seen the brigand twin daggers used very much. I see the sellsword twin blade. Sometimes people will enchant them with dark moon blade, and those can be pretty crazy. But you have to get dark moon blade first, which is kind of a huge and royal pain in the ass. I think most people use cheat engine to get it, because you can't. There's titanite shard right there, or two maybe. Should have read that. Alright, so down over here where this bridge is, a lot of people have trouble with it. I'm going to show you the Cheesy McCheese and Hammer way to get through it, and then you can kind of adjust it. You know, you try to fight your way through it, but these guys will just watch you run by. And you can get over to this bonfire, because that area is kind of like unnecessarily difficult sometimes. Just run over to this bonfire, light it. Sometimes you'll have them chase you, but usually you can sit at it first. So you can get invaded all the way up until you get to that doorway. So this being a super invasion heavy place, you want to get right back out of there as soon as possible if you're trying to get the items that are over here. You get an ember, which is nice. Plunging attack this person, and the other person will probably be frenzying on me. So I'm going to go away from the bridge so I don't roll off of it, and I don't want to aggro those other guys yet. Or guy, I don't know if it's just one. Yeah, it's just one. So you can just sneak up behind him and backstab him. As long as you walk and you don't run, you should be able to get to the point where you can just stab him right in the back. Or he'll slowly turn around, and that will never happen. But either way, you get free shots on him. So if you look down there, that's where the tome is going to be, and the ring. And you can carefully step off right here. Take a little bit of fall damage, and there's going to be a couple of dogs. So I'm just going to have my shield, and even though it's not good, they'll still bounce off of it. Yeah, they throw up on you. This one's like diseased. I don't know if it'll poison you or whatever. I don't think I've seen too many other dogs like this. I wonder if there's some sort of significance to it, other than the swamp being poison further on. There's something sticking out of his eye. I don't know what it is, because he won't roll over. Or maybe that's his tongue, and it's just not great animation. So right here, Mourne's Ring. Mourne's Ring is pretty vital for faith builds. It increases the miracles. It boosts the damage of offensive miracles. And you have the braille divine tome of carime. I think this tome has Tears of Denial in it, which is a really good faith spell. If you have extra attunement slots, it's if you have 2 of them, it's very good use of it, because you can just attune the spell, cast it at like a bonfire, and then rest at the bonfire, and then you'll be good to go. Basically what happens is when you take enough damage that would kill you, you don't die, it resets you back to 1 health instead.
Oh, hello.
And right now we're going to talk to Anri and Horace.
Astora, unkindled like you.
It's very important that you exhaust all of her dialogue if you're trying to get to the usurping the fire ending.
Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder? We are well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the Grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way. Oh yes, Horace. He's not very talkative, but don't think ill of him. He's an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago. We are well beyond the flooded woods.
So over here is Horace. He's a blue sentinel, and he only talks like that. And I don't know if anybody's ever touched on this, but he's a blue sentinel, and he hates the Rosaria's Finger Covenant. And I think the reason being is because they killed him and took his tongue, and that's why he can't talk. And now he's pissed. And I feel like that's a pretty valid reason to hate the Rosaria's Fingers, and that's probably why he talks like that. I mean, he's clearly getting close to going hollow as well, because he does in his storyline later, spoiler alert, but yeah, I don't think that's the entire explanation as to why he speaks or he doesn't speak. So right now I'm going to put this katana on, and I know I mentioned buffered running attacks before. I'm going to show you how to do it, because it's really handy to do, especially if you have maybe a curved sword. Falchion probably has the same move set, right? Yeah. So if you look at the curved sword move set, the running attack, very fast. And so a lot of times what you can do is you can hit them with a running attack, and then they're going to roll away, and you can buffer another one. To buffer another one, what you'll do is you'll do a running attack, and then you'll block, and then I usually do a little like wheel around, because if you try to sprint and then do a running attack, and then sprint and do a running attack, you'll see there's a clear, like, you have to let the animations reset. But if you block and then try to sprint, you'll sprint much sooner. And a lot of times what'll happen is you kind of have to do like a little like wheel around, like you'll do it and then kind of go like off to the left a little bit, and that's to, I guess it makes it work faster. I don't know. Let's see. So block, running attack, block, running attack, block, running attack. So you see it's a lot faster. And it's just something to do with the game, as opposed to probably because the blocking changes like the state that your character's in. So it's really good for catching rolls. Like you say, hit him, he rolls. You hit him on the way out, he rolls. You hit him on the way out, and you just like cut people to ribbons. The Uchi Katana is the same with that, where you'll go, and all the katana class weapons are the same. They used to be a lot better because they would, the animation for the running attack was faster, so you can do it faster. But you can see if I don't buffer, you got 1, 2, and I didn't even get the third one. But if you do buffer with the block, you'll get 1, 2, 3. It's definitely faster cadence, and switching up timing and stuff is huge in PvP, because if you're unpredictable, then you'll have a much easier time killing your opponent, because they won't be able to predict what you're doing. And a lot of PvP is either having a more efficient build or sick head games, and sick head games will usually win. That's a lot of times what will win you the day. But right here we're at the halfway fortress, and I'm gonna cut it here. If you have any other questions on stuff, send me a message or a comment, and I'll let you know. Sorry for the short episode, but I feel like I'd be cheating you guys if I didn't have, online content as well, because this is a very PvP heavy area. And I'll probably level up off screen and just summarize what it is in the next episode. Alright, bye.